Weekdays, stream First Alert Weather Plus.
Good morning, everyone. Thank you so much for joining us.
WLBT's First Alert Weather Team is keeping you up to date with the latest information. From your morning commute to your afternoon drive, we're on your side, streaming on your favorite devices. WLBT First Alert Weather Plus.
All right. Good morning, everyone. Happy Wednesday. It's me, meteorologist Ashley Civic, here with Annea Scales, and we're here to talk to you about what you can expect for the rest of today and this week when it comes to our weather. So let's just jump right in where things are looking pretty quiet for us as we take a look here at First Alert Doppler radar, which is pretty nice. Relatively dry start to the morning, but not going to be the case completely for everyone over the next couple of days. So,
right, we've had some clouds in the sky, but other than that, we're not seeing much out as far as rain is concerned, at least not yet. But of course, as we have had for most days this summer so far, scattered thunderstorms possible later on in the afternoon, as well as warm temperatures. We're already at 82, but it's very humid out there, so it's starting to feel like it's 90 degrees already. Of course, it's not even 10 o'clock a.m. yet, so go ahead and brace yourself for yet another very warm day outside. We've got kind of a light breeze coming in from the south, but that direction is coming from is just bringing more warm, moist air down from the Gulf. So while the breeze is kind of nice, that's just moisture coming in. So.
Yeah. So it's going to be relatively quiet, I would say, through the lunch hour. And then later on this afternoon into the early evening hours, we're going to continue to see showers and storms, but they don't last very long. They pretty much just will be around, I would say, a near sunset, but then fizzle on out overnight. And then tomorrow morning, at least for the morning commute, looking to be relatively dry, but it's still going to be the chance for a few scattered showers in the mid to late morning. Not for everyone. I would say north of I-20, best chances to see some showers and storms. There may be some that produce some gusty winds and some small hail. We do have a marginal risk level 1 out of 5 in place for areas there, but not looking to see like any kind of tornado threat or anything like that. Just maybe a few more showers and storms coming in from the south towards the second half of the day. So we could be looking at 2 rounds, but the first round really the only one that could potentially bring some stronger and thunderstorms. And then the second round just mainly looks to be along the Highway 84 corridor and further south. And then pretty much the same picture going into Friday, but less widespread shower activity as we start to dry out towards this weekend.
Mm-hmm. And as we see more dry conditions towards the weekend, we're going to have more opportunities to see warmer weather, temperatures warming into those mid-90s as opposed to kind of the upper 80s to lower 90s that we have been seeing. So 94 for your Saturday. And that, of course, is the actual temperature, not necessarily it feels like, but we're still seeing a lot of humidity increasing in the area. So heat stress, that's going to be the main story heading into the weekend. Will be mostly dry, but heat index values well over 100 at times. So that's something that you want to keep in mind. Be sure to stay safe out there. It's going to be very hot as we go towards the first official weekend of summer.
Yeah, so kind of feeling like the dog days of summer, that's for sure. But just make sure to stay hydrated, take frequent breaks from the outdoors, and stay in the AC when you can. And we're not really going to see much in terms of relief. So any kind of systems moving through, bringing us rain to cool us off or anything like that, because rain chances look to be relatively on the lower end this weekend and into early next week. So overall, not expecting much in terms of widespread showers or anything like that. Can't completely rule out the brief pop-up thunderstorms that we have been seeing, which is kind of typical for this time of year going into the end of June, beginning of July. But yeah, heat stress going to be the story for us heading into this weekend. But yeah, not looking at much in terms of rain chances thereafter. Maybe for Tuesday of next week. Actually, I would probably bump that down as of right now because it just doesn't look very promising. Maybe more widespread rain chances heading into the second half of next week. But regardless, doesn't look to be very promising in terms of any kind of relief coming our way. That heat's still going to stick with us into next week. So if you aren't a fan of it, just get ready for several days of it because we're going to start to see temperatures in the 90s pretty regularly from here on out. So.
And even though that's not necessarily good news for our area, the positive thing is, though, if we track the tropics, we're not expecting any development over the Atlantic for the next couple of days at least. So that's kind of a relief in the forecast. So we're getting kind of very uncomfortable weather here in central Mississippi, but we're not expecting hurricanes or tropical storms, at least not yet at this point in the season.
Yeah, so that's all we've got for you this morning, but looking pretty it's better. I'll say it's better than it was this morning. We've actually got some blue skies as we take a look around town on our First Alert Skycam network. But overall, we're pretty much going to continue to see this picture. Less widespread shower activity today, but not completely zero. So maybe just have the umbrella with you if you are going to run any errands this afternoon or even heading home from work. And then that's pretty much what we're going to see for the rest of this week. Lower rain chances, but humidity on the rise. So very hot, sticky, very toasty. All of those words you could use to describe what we can expect for the next couple of days. And especially into this weekend where it could be dangerous heat potential. So something to keep in mind, but that's all we've got for you this morning. We'll have another update later on in our later newscasts. And of course, Elise and Dave will be on later today, right back on here for another update for what you can expect for the rest of this week. Until then, have a great rest of your Wednesday.